Okay, so in this section of vectors, we are going to learn how to do addition of vectors. Addition and subtraction will be around the same idea. So we focus on the addition, which is subsequently it will lead you to do subtraction as well. Okay, so there are actually two laws for this. One is called triangle law, another is parallelogram law. So basically they are the same thing. So I will not be emphasizing on parallelogram law. So I'll just be doing triangle law. So if let's say you do the parallelogram law in school, it will still be the same. Okay, so I will just focus on triangle law, and then later on I will show you a tip for doing the addition. Okay, so basically how would you understand triangle law? So to make you understand triangle law, I'm going to show you something like a vector. So I'm going to show you like vector AB. So I would like you to think of vector AB something as this is like your home, and then this is like your school. Okay, you can think of it as you are always like leaving your house to go school. So maybe to you there are two ways of going to school. So maybe it will be something like from your house, right? Maybe you would like to take a train to see. So then after you take a train, right, maybe you walk to school. Something like this. Okay, so that means, right, it's like A, C, and CB. So to me, in order to reach school from A to B, you can go through taking a train. So after you take a train, you alight, then you walk to school. Okay, so this is already addition of vector. So you think of addition of vector as like two journey. So you got two journey to reach your destination. Okay, subsequently, maybe there's also another method. Okay, another method might be taking a bus. So maybe like, okay, here, okay, from your house, you take a bus. Maybe you take a short feeder bus, and then you take a train. So if you are feeling lazy, you don't want to walk, like the blue color path. So maybe today you think, okay, then maybe I'll take a bus, then I will take a train. So, but eventually you still end up going to school. Eventually you still end up going to school. Okay, so you think of it as a two parts journey. So alternatively, you can do a AD, you alight, and then you do a DB. But eventually you still end up going to school. Okay, so that is the addition law. So you see addition law as like two journey leads you to the final destination. And there is a tip to this. So the tip is, I don't know whether you realize or not. Okay, do you realize the two middle alphabet is the same? So when we do addition of vector, the two middle alphabet is the same. So that is actually the tip that I would like to bring to your attention. So in general, if let's say I'm going to do any vector, you can add any vectors as long as these two blank are the same. Okay, so that is the tip that I will always tell students. And then I will call this idea like fill in the blank. So I will call this idea fill in the blank. Okay, so your teacher may not say it this way. Your teacher may do it a different way. So there's also another way. Another way is by the position vector way. So I will not show it here yet. Okay, so I think usually between the position vector manner and the fill in this fill in the blank method, most students can adapt easily to the fill in the blank. So it's something like you make sure that the two blanks are the same, then you can successfully add them up. Okay, So I will show you a numerical example on this to illustrate the addition and to illustrate the fill in the blank. Okay, so in example 3, I will need you to correct this part. Okay, there is a typo in this part. Okay, so in example 3, you are given a 3-column vector. So for this given this 3-column vector, we can find all the position vector, all the required vectors here. So for example, how am I going to find PR? So PR, okay, we do the setup for fill in the blank. So you try to you can write out the blank first. So after you write out the blank, you look around you. So you look at the information given to you. So what can you fill the blank with? So if you actually look carefully, you can actually fill in with Q, because you are actually given a PQ and you are also given a QR. So in fact, you can just add in this way. So the adding will be very easy. So that's my answer for PR. Okay, so basically I will keep trying to fill in the blank that is in the middle. Okay, so then I go to part B. Part B is PT. Okay, so again, I'm going to do the fill in the blank. I'm going to fill in the blank. Then you got to look around you. So what can you fill in the blank? In fact, sometimes, right, some students might forget that you can use this one. So if you already gotten a vector, you can actually use it. So I'm actually going to use PR plus RT. PR will come from your previous answer. So you make sure your previous answer has no careless mistake. So RT is already given to me. So I'll get 11 and minus 9. So that is my PT. So usually I will have the blank there so that it helps you to scan for information. So this method can still be used where you go to very long vector question, which we'll see in teaching worksheet number 2. Okay, then the next one for part C. Part C, I'm going to find TP. So in fact, TP is the negative of PT. So I will do a negative on the previous answer. So that will be my answer for TP. Okay. Then the last one here, QT. So if you look at QT, again, do the fill in the blank first. So mentally look for something that will be the same in the middle. So in this case, it will be our R. QR plus RT. We have QR, then we got RT. And that's it. That will be the idea of addition of vectors. So it's pretty simple. You just need to find the middle alphabet to be the same. Okay. So if you are thinking subtraction, right, it's fine. We can later on you will see the subtraction thing, but it doesn't matter. You stick to the fill in the blank. Okay. So this part you will need some practice before we add in something called position vectors.